Buenas tardes.
Buenos tardes.
Feliz Pascua.
Feliz Pascua.
And Yaki Dios tenía.
Dios.
With you. Start right off here. This is my painting. It's a passion painting. It speaks for itself, but a few things, will kind of figure in. When I was in Mexico, one of the times like that, I was in the company of native Mexicans, a Zapotec family. Zapotecs, the first presidents of Mexico were Zapotecs, Porfirio Diaz and Benito Juarez, just to say the status of Zapotecs there. And La Señorita, she took me to all the holy places there to see, Guadalupe, there, Mexico City. And then we all together journeyed to Oaxaca, where her father, the Señor, was actually from. And we were actually going to the village of Michoacán. And on the way, we stopped in the city of Oaxaca. She took me to see Nuestra Virgin Oaxaca. And then in the temple of Michoacán, she took me in there. There is the El Cristo de Escapula, the Black Christ there. And the background on that is that in the vicinity, there's like something like a cave, and in that cave, the people long venerated Ekchak. Ekchak is like the black god there. And he is the patron of Mexican black chocolate. So his name, Ekchak, kind of works out that way. And here in my display, if the camera goes down here, I have, fortunately, a small but a very old figure for that. He's a jaguar person, actually. That's Ekpalam. And there, I'm trying to say he's the patron, like the patron of chocolate, but also the offering. So a brew made of the chocolate is poured into a hole in the earth as an offering to the earth. And the jaguar is also a earth being, earth deity. So very fortunately, even if it's going hard to see, but that's in fact what that little figure is, sitting on a box of Mexican chocolate. So that's what it is. And so people made a lot of veneration there. So it was rather miraculous. And somehow something else happened, and there came about this Black Christ. And this is the one that I had encountered in the temple there in Michoacán, and it incurred visions and so forth. So that's kind of the background of it, and people still do, venerate, the Lord of Chocolate. So. And also I should say, native Mexicans have long believed in the cross as the symbol of the solar zenith, which is the place where first appeared the very first sun. And that is always the cross there. And also on my painting here, I've rendered an effect of the woven tule, petate, a woven mat. This is the most, special commodity. The Aztecs settled in an island there, and the island was very rich in the rushes. Tule is the Aztec name for the rushes. And it's used for everything then and still now. And I put the petate here. And up here, I rendered this as a tortilla basket made of that. And fire pans are made of it. Also, a person was born on the petate, on the mat. Also, the rulers, the kings and like that, the queens, all also resided on the woven mat. Up here, this is a Yaqui Rosario. There's a bush that grows in the desert, and they could take the twigs and cut the twigs like the beads, and you can perforate the hollow, run the thread through it. And the ceremonialists in the ceremony, they carry that in their mouth so they don't speak. Over here, this is symbolic corn maíz, and it is also the symbol of resurrection. So the sun and the corn and these things come around, they come around, and all of those kind of things. So this is a very passionate sort of thing. And this here, this is my rendering of Coyote Santa Cruz. And Coyote is dancing in the creative womb, in the opening of the creative womb, which is the galactic center. When is a horse not a horse? When it's only the tail of something else. Christ transfixed by a pike, writhing as the harpoon whale, because of twists and turns of his figurative word, employed by his spirit to converse with his soul. Who knows who under the robe? Pull down the curtain, nobody's certain. Lift up that dress to see the rest. He bleeds to fill this cup with need. I weep to squeeze his need for me. Whipped to soak a lash with pain, his body and mine makes bloody rain. The kingdom within is declared in red, in Tenebras Santa Fe. Adios.